Good day to you all. So it's a really lazy Sunday here, and I thought I would share with you another little recipe that you might want to put up your sleeve. This is something I have not tried before, but it was imparted to me by someone I trust and who, I won't mention her name, but she's a wonderful viewer and she's helped me out a lot, and she's a professional, so I trust her. This is a recipe that she shared with me, that she said that it's an old Russian recipe for getting rid of parasites, but that it would also affect nanotech and any other parasitic energy on a different dimension, let's just say, okay? So all parasitic energy. So if we have physical parasites in our body, more than likely we might have other kinds of parasitic energy around us in different dimensions. And this would also be like nanobots, nanotech, that sort of thing. So we were talking about this, and she said that this was an old Russian remedy used, and that the method was extremely important. You can't just buy tea bags of this stuff and expect to have the same effect. The method was shared with her by some Russian monks, and it's very key that we do this correctly, okay? So the ingredient you're going to need is aspen bark. Aspen. Okay, so I got a huge bag of organic aspen imported to me from Greece. Okay, so there is people out there that will sell it to you either from Bulgaria or Greece or other countries. I don't know if you can just get it in Australia or whatever, but this is aspen bark. I didn't get leaves, I got the aspen bark. I am going to be doing this in a very with intention. Everything is with intention, and the method you use is going to have a prayer said with it, okay? And it's very important that you follow what I say for it to work. Now, I haven't done this before. I don't know if this is going to result in explosive diarrhea or it's just going to be a very natural, gentle thing. But I thought, since it's the end of Mercury in retrograde and we want to get rid of the past and clear out the old energies, and it's now our intention is to go forward with new energy, this would be perfect to do today. I just hope I'm not on the toilet all day and tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to take you through. So the first thing you're going to do is take a pot, and you're going to take your aspen bark. And now first, we're working with 1 cup of aspen bark. This is not easy to do with one hand, so bear with me. We're going to take about a cup of aspen bark, and for each cup of aspen bark you're going to add 2 cups of purified water. Okay, so I do have some water here. Let me measure it out, and I'm going to pour that in. Okay, the last cup of water. And so everything, I am going to have to stop in between because I'm going to do everything with intention. As you can see, my water is sitting on a charging plate. I have tuning forks. That's not part of her instructions. That was my addition because I wanted to make this with intention. So we've got 2 cups of water to 1 cup of aspen bark here. You're going to bring this up to a simmer, and you're going to, as you're stirring, you're going to say prayers with intention, and you simmer it for a minute. You switch it off and you allow it to cool, and then you strain it and you discard the water. That's your first go. 1 minute, strain it. After it cools, discard the water. But every time you're doing something to it, you're putting your intention in there. That's the most important thing, and prayers. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to use my tuning forks and I'm going to put the intention in this. So it's just gone 1 minute. I've taken it off the heat. It was boiling. I said a prayer. I'm now going to allow it to cool and I'm going to strain it. So once this mixture is cooled and strained the first time, so it's to boil for 1 minute, allow it to cool, strain it. You've been saying intentions and prayers on there. I've been saying things like, I do not consent to any parasitic energy, and I've been saying prayers and intention and visualizing, clearing all past energies that are parasitic. I've imbued that aspen bark with that intention and also used a tuning fork. In my case, I've used a tuning fork. You don't have to, but this particular tuning fork, which seems to bring a high frequency to food and water. So once that's cooled and I'm going to strain it, we do another round. This time, we take that same aspen bark that's been strained, put it into the pot, add 2 more cups of clean water. We bring it to a boil. Once it starts boiling, we boil it for 3 minutes. During that whole time, you're saying prayers of intention. Once it hits 3 minutes, switch off the fire, allow it to cool, set it aside, and just wait for it to cool and then strain it. Discard that water. Then we do it again. We take the same aspen bark. We put it back in the pot. We add 2 more cups of water. We bring it to a boil and we boil it for 5 minutes. Okay? And this time, and we're saying the prayers of intention in there. This time, after the 5 minutes has come and gone, turn off the heat. You can strain it, and this you will drink. You'll have 1 cup or half of the water, the tea in the morning, and half of the tea in the evening. And this is supposed to be a purging agent or an agent that will clear parasites from the body, and I believe it will clear candida and things like that, but it is an anti-parasitic. So I will show you the process after I strain it and what's going to happen, but that's the general instructions. Now it's time to strain the water. Discard all the water that you've just boiled up and get all of that aspen bark out, because we're going to now add 2 more cups of fresh water and start again. So this time we're going to do it for 3 minutes. We're going to bring it to a boil for 3 minutes, and the aspen bark has hydrated a little. We've added 2 more cups of purified water. I will stop recording now because I want to put some prayers into this and some intention. And the aspen bark has a very familiar smell. When you smell it, it smells like a herbal tea. It's actually quite pleasant. But this is what you do. So this is the next section. So it's 2 cups of water to 1 cup of the aspen bark you've just strained. 3 minutes when it starts boiling. Okay, so off the heat, allow it to cool, and strain it. So now I've discarded the 3 minute water, okay, and what I've got left is a pot of aspen bark that has been strained. I now need to add 2 more fresh cups of water. I'm going to bring it to the boil and I'm going to time it for 5 minutes, and during this whole time I'm going to stir it and I'm going to put a prayer into that, an intention to not consent to any parasitic energies, to clear my body of anything that is not of my highest light, those sorts of things. You can put a prayer from whatever religion you are. I did ask for the Christed light to come through. I did ask for my highest good direct from source to come, the light to come into this brew, and you can do that. Now this next lot you are going to drink, It's going to simmer for 5 minutes. So we did a 1-minute one, discarded the water, did a 3-minute one, discarded the water, and now this is the 5-minute one. And the whole time, the most important thing is the intention. It's not just the aspen bark, the intention and the prayers that are said over this. You could even, if you are, for example, Greek, and you do the prayer for the mati, against the evil eye, you could even do that on this, and just make sure that you have your intention in there. Okay, so it's always for good. You are going to be expelling parasitic energies, not just physical parasites, but actually the frequency that is attached to anything parasitic. It's not just worms, it's not just tapeworms, it's not just all of those sorts of things. It's nanoparticles, it's graphene oxide, it's AI, it's all of that, okay? That's the intention. So, I'm going to do it now. So I've finished the brewing and I've come up with exactly 500 mils of this beautiful tea. This is aspen bark tea that has so much good intention in it. So I will drink 1 cup of this, and then before bed I might drink another cup if it's not too dangerous. And I'll just show you very quickly. So I've just got it in my little mug. So this is about there was 500 mils, which is 2 cups in metric, and that will be drunk. And I'm going to I might just sit under my pyramid and drink this with some intention, and just feel all the prayers that I had said in regards to not consenting to any parasitic energy attaching to this physical body, or on any other level. So hopefully this is the start of regular detoxifying. I hope this has helped, and I hope you can get some aspen bark. Just do a search online. I can't give you a link because it's anywhere online really. You just need to find some organic sources. Do use organic aspen bark. I wouldn't use the leaves. I know you can use anything, but I did get specific sort of instructions to use aspen bark. So I hope that helps. Let me know how you go if you do try it. Just going to sit now and have a sip on this beautiful tea under my pyramid. And it's really important to set an intention while you're doing any sort of work like this. Don't rush. You know, really set some time aside when you're doing a cleansing process or a cleansing intention. This is a very sacred time. You are clearing out all the past, all the old things, all the parasitic energies, anything that does not serve you anymore. So use this time, and I hope this brings you good health.